Welcome to Buckeyes and Beyond. Here are your hosts, Jeff and Mike.
Hey everybody, we're working out the audio, doing this video part. It sounded robotic at first.
Oh, it did.
Yeah,
Whatever. Okay.
Oh, hey there, everybody, Buckeyes and Beyond. Whatever.
What's up, guys?
So, yeah, we're Easter Sunday podcast. So, did you guys get baskets and all that? It's weird this year. It's like,
So we went to Kroger and just bought some candy and just kind of the boys have these small little, I don't know what they are. They're like a basket, but it's not like the traditional basket with like the long handle and the bot. It's just this little thing. So we just bought some candy and their sister filled it up and just kind of left it out for them. So, I mean, but we didn't go like all out. So just because of the day, they kind of know that they're going to get some candy. So, but we didn't make a big deal of it. So it was just,
Yeah. It's just so different this year. I mean, it's so hard everybody's so conscientious of when they go out just to get, oh my gosh, gotta get what I need and then you're not really thinking about chocolates.
No. Well, you know what?
Let me get that 3-foot chocolate bunny. That's not really on anybody's mind.
Well, Kroger doesn't seem to really think so because they still went all out with just putting all that stuff up, man. They still got the whole aisle full of that stuff and everything else. And so.
Well, when I went there a week ago, I just ended up walking by it. I didn't even but my kids are 13, 14 now. So it's just like.
Yeah. And my boys are to the point to where I think they sort of know that it's all a sham, but they don't really care because they still get a whole bunch of, a chocolate. So it's not really, they just don't really care.
Yeah. So it gets to a point where it's just like, I don't know what age. I guess it's kind of like, not like Christmas. Christmas is different.
Yeah.
Christmas is still different. Easter's just like, whatever.
So real quick story. When it comes to Christmas, my oldest boy figured it out because my wife, she has used the same labels for years, like the little labels that you kind of fill out to and from, and then you just you just kind of stick them. And she always writes to Aiden from Santa. And this past year, he said, "Hey, Mom, why does Santa use the same labels every single year?" It's like, oh, well. And he said, and he used the same wrapping paper for like the last 2 or 3 years. So I think he finally knows that there's something going on. I don't know what she actually said to him. I can't really think of it right now, but she said something to him just to try and keep that whole thing going on. But she needs to just kind of drop it because it's really starting to show. So.
Yeah, you wonder if kids go to school and they go, "Hey, does Santa give you this wrapping paper?" Start comparing wrapping papers. They're trying to add it up. Like they got clues mounted to the wall with string.
Oh yeah.
Investigation to find out who is Santa.
Yeah, I think that's his actual next goal is to try and figure out what's really going on here. There's something happening here. I don't know.
Oh yeah, last week I made a Always Sunny in Philadelphia reference.
Oh yeah,
to Charlie Day when he said he's in the mailroom of this company and it's Pepe Sylvia. It's
I
couldn't remember the name of the person he's trying to figure out. Who's Pepe Sylvia?
Yeah, I haven't seen those in so long, man.
Yeah.
DeVito's great on that show. He's so funny.
Yeah. So let's start with, after our last podcast, we, like Buckeyes, we thought we knew what was happening.
Yeah, really.
We had, and then all of a sudden Luther Muhammad's like,
Yeah.
I need more of a role on offense. I'm like, all right, Lane leaves, and he's so important on defense that
Yeah.
leaves. But I mean, I guess we'll have Jallo coming back, and
Yeah. Jallo's going to come back. I'm not sure what he really brings.
Similar player, a little taller, but similar player, kind of.
Yeah, but he hasn't played in what, like 18 months, so we don't really know what he is going to offer. So we don't know what kind of shape he is even going to, start out this season.
Yeah. He's a big question mark. But they got Seth Towns coming in, and then they got Justice Suing coming in.
Yes. And
so,
and they also have a freshman coming in and his name escapes me right now, but he is only a 3-star kid, but from everything I've read on him, he seems to be more than that.
Eugene Brown?
No, his last name starts with a Z. To be honest,
you mean Zed Key?
Yeah.
Zed Key. Yeah, Zed Key. Zed Key. Well, I think he is like more of a forward.
Yeah, he's like a 6'8", 6'7" kid, but he's really big.
Yeah, he's out of New York.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's good. He seems like he's decent size.
Yeah,
he's got a good build for 6'8".
Yeah,
high school senior. Some of those kids that come in are like bean poles.
Right.
They're just like, what? Ibrahim Diallo, he's like 6'10", 220.
Yeah, he's a rail.
Yeah, running down the court looking like a baby giraffe. But Zed Key, watching something on him. He's good size. Yeah, he's a kid actually eats.
Yeah.
So yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. So we don't really know what Jallo's going to bring, but you're right. I mean, he's the same build, and hopefully we don't lose much with him. It's going to be the same, and that may be one of the reasons why he left, is because he knew he was going to be back, and he didn't want to share the time because he was going to have to. I mean, we don't really know. I mean, he hasn't really said why. He just said that he was going to leave and just did. I don't know.
Well, the only thing I heard is he wanted a bigger role on offense.
Well, then he should start to actually score more. If he wants more of a bigger role, then he should have scored more.
Yeah, I don't know, because he's definitely not a shooter. He's more of a slasher, and when he did that, he did well.
Yeah,
but I mean, what do you want to do? You envision yourself as a 20 a game superstar?
No, that's not what he is.
Who is? I mean, college basketball is not like that anymore. Right?
No, absolutely not. I mean, college basketball is now role players. That's what it is, man. You have to have. I mean, because we didn't even have a real true superstar. In fact, most schools don't have a true superstar kid. They have a bunch of solid players who learn how to work and play as a group. I mean, and that's just what it is now.
It's more about depth. It is like, we want to be deep. We want to have like a really good rotation. We want to keep guys fresh. We're not trying to run guys into the ground 35 minutes a game. And it's more about depth and versatility.
Yeah, absolutely. So
they want a lot of guys in double figures, but
they're looking at 10 points, 12 points. Yeah. So I don't know what kind of role he thought that he was going to have. I mean, I thought that he was going to have a really good year. I thought really this might be his year to really kind of not really break out, but to start to really average 12 points a game or 14 points a game, something like that. But I guess he just didn't see that, and you can't really. You can't really be angry at him for it. I mean, you just always wish that these kids had a little bit better, advice, and because I don't know if the grass is really going to be a whole lot greener for him. So,
So they bring in 2 transfer guards, right? As this happens, but they knew it was in the works apparently before we all
Probably,
did.
yeah.
So they bring in 2 guys. First one was Jimmy Sotos out of Bucknell.
Yeah, he played at Bucknell.
Right? Bucknell?
Yeah,
Okay.
Bucknell. Yep.
I didn't see the stuff on him, the numbers on him, what he was capable of. Let me see. Jimmy Sotos. The other guy was out of no, they're the same size, and 6'3". Jimmy Sotos was more productive. He's 11 and a half points a game at Bucknell. So 6'3". They're both 6'3". But Jimmy Sotos is a junior, so I guess
he has to sit out. Yeah,
he has to sit out.
So
that makes sense. That makes sense why they got the other guy, Abel Porter, out of Utah State.
He's actually he's a grad one, I think.
Yeah, grad. Yeah, so the word on him is he's a good ball handler and defender. He's not so much a scorer. So he's just kind of like he could back up C.J. Walker and just kind of keep things.
Yeah.
Not turn the ball over, be distributor, solid, just to be the floor general when then C.J. needs a break. Or maybe put them both out there, break presses and stuff like that. He's not going to be, Mr. Numbers.
He's the kind of guy who is going to do, exactly what you said, and then whatever points that you can get from that's just going to be, that's just going to be icing on top of the cake. So I mean, he's not really. At least it doesn't look like he's going to be expected to do much scoring. So
no. So some of the lineups that kind of look intriguing next year are possibilities are C.J. Walker at the point, Dwayne Washington at the 2.
Yeah.
Musa Jallo, I don't know, maybe at 3, but not even 3, but as a 3 guard.
It's just going to be a swing guy.
Yeah, but you can also throw in Justice Suing or Towns at the 3. I mean, there's 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah.
And then you also got Kyle Young coming back.
Which he is actually going to be a big role. Mm-hmm. He is going to be a really important piece next year.
Kyle Young and EJ Liddell, in the 4 or 5. I mean, whatever 4 or 5 is, it's really like 2 power forwards. I mean, they're going to be small unless Diallo somehow steps up and is a constant 5.
I don't know. I
don't see it happening.
No, that's not going to happen. But they're going to be a small group no matter who they actually put where.
Yeah, so Zed Key, I mean, if he can come in and contribute, who knows? I mean, he's not he's big dude. He's built. So, I mean, who knows? Justice Suing, if he comes in, he's 6'6". I think he's decent size. I think he's decent.
Oh, yeah.
Size, so.
Yeah, he's 6'6", 200, and I think 230. Something like that, somewhere. Yeah. So
he might play similar to Liddell. He can kind of play bigger than he is. Who knows? Yeah. So I mean, even with Muhammad leaving, and who else took off?
Gaffney.
Okay.
Yeah, which you don't really lose much with him. So.
Yeah. And then also obviously Caleb Wesson.
Yeah.
So. Gonna go play in Greece, so whatever. To each his own.
Yeah.
So, So I mean, it looks promising still. I mean, it looks like it's just kind of crazy where it all happens at once and everybody thinks the sky's falling.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, Muhammad was gonna be a really good piece, so that's. You see that and you think, oh my God, we're in so much trouble. But then, after it happens and you stop and you kind of take a look at it, like you just did, assuming Jallo can get back to where he was, you're not really going to lose much. So I don't think it's going to be this horrible thing. I think we're still going to be in pretty good shape for next season. And if some of these transfers and freshmen play really well, we may be even better off than what we thought. So,
yeah, I kind of wonder. I was thinking, like, going back to Diallo. Like, I mean, I would think the coaches are just like, man. I mean, I don't know what they see from him in practice, but I mean, his size and his length, they can just get him to just work. I mean, just be a solid defender. Man,
right.
It'd be something.
He really would, because he has some really good size and he has a pretty decent game. But yeah, his defense is where he is. That's where he's really going to make his mark. So if they can get him to actually do that and become a solid two-way player, I think he has some really good potential. He has a really high ceiling.
His build reminds me of Clint Capella in the NBA, but Clint Capella, I mean, he just kind of lives on putbacks and defense, and he's not, he's pick and roll.
He's really skilled for anything. He's more like a jack of all trades type guy. Yeah. So,
and I don't even it boggles my mind why the Rockets got rid of him. They traded him. Traded him in January, I think.
Yeah, right.
It's just like, what? Like, why would you do that? Like, they went super small.
Mm-hmm. Because
where did he go to? Hawks. Like,
yeah, that's
true. They traded Capella and Covington. It's like, it was weird because it's like the Rockets are trying to be like self-destructive. I don't get it.
Which is weird because they just got Paul. So
they have Westbrook. Harden and Westbrook. Let's get rid of supporting pieces.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
What? I don't know. Yeah, NBA is weird. I don't know what they're. Yeah, like Capella, just in January, like they traded him. They traded him right after he. Let's see. Well, he was making he was going to make 15, 16, 17, 18 over the next 3 seasons after this one. He signed a big deal in 18, and then the guy's really good. I mean, he scored 30 points and 14 rebounds just in January against the Sixers. I mean,
jeez.
Playing against Embiid.
Yeah,
I imagine he was playing against Embiid unless he was out, but still. But
Embiid, I don't know.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's a strange league, man. It is so much. It's way different than whenever you and I were, big fans back in the, late 90s and stuff. Or it's such a different game from the 90s to now. It's like a 180.
I followed it a lot even when I was a little kid, like 8, 9 years old in the mid to late 80s.
Yeah.
And it's just like I was watching. Oh, get this! I meant to tell you this, but it's good. We saved it for now. So I was watching the. They had the 2K NBA 2K tournament on ESPN. Watching these guys play each other.
Oh yeah.
It was weird watching these guys play video games because how they played basketball, how they played video games. So it was Devin Booker.
Okay.
He played for Kentucky. Now he's with the Suns.
Yeah.
Really good guard. He's playing against Montrezl Harrell.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's playing against Montrezl Harrell, who plays for the Clippers now.
Clippers, yep.
And played at Louisville, so it was kind of funny. Louisville guy versus Kentucky guy.
Kentucky, yeah.
But so this was so weird. Like they both set their strategies in the game, like their coaching strategies. They were all like set them up to be 3-ball teams. They all wanted to be 3-point shooting teams.
Of course.
They both said. So I see Devin Booker. He has a clear dunk with Kawhi Leonard. He was using the Clippers.
Yeah.
And they didn't use their own teams they played for. It wasn't like that. They could use they could switch game to game. Like they pick 8 teams. They could rotate between those teams, or they couldn't use them more than once.
Okay.
So anyway, Devin Booker has a clear dunk with Kawhi Leonard of the Clippers. Clear dunk, and kicks it out. Driving down the lane, like nobody in front of him could just go wham, and he drives down the lane, just goes kick it out. Like there's nothing but the rim in front of him,
Yeah.
And it was just like, this is how you guys, like, you're constantly looking for a 3 and a 2, like, just jam it for 2.
Yeah.
And they were every time, there were so many times where Devin Booker's he's trying to get 3s, and it was just like constant 3s. And he was like yelling at his guys, like, man, get behind the line. Meanwhile, the guy just had an open 18-footer. He wanted a 3 ball. Like, it was just like it's just like constantly looking for a 3. It's like, oh my God, this is where the game's gone. Like,
I mean, you're absolutely right, man. That's exactly where it's gone. And that's what I was saying, why it's so different. Like, you and I we both played center. And back in the mid 90s, mid 80s, I mean, centers dominated the game, man. I mean, that's who it was. I mean, that the game was all down in the paint. I mean, you know, you had Parrish, Ewing, Robinson, Lajuan.
Yep.
I mean, all those guys. I mean, they were the true superstars, and they were big men. They were all 7 feet tall, and the game was all played down the post. Threes were an afterthought, man. I mean, you didn't.
Yeah.
Most coaches would lose their mind if you shot a 3. It was all you had to get in the post. You had to drive, mid-range game. That's really what it all was, and it's a completely different game now, man.
Yeah, it's inside out. Out. Like why am I gonna, if I can get a shot that's more of a 60 to 65% shot, like why would I pass that up to shoot something that's 35? Like 35% chance, you know?
Yeah.
Like, well, I mean, to them, it was just the logic back then. Now it's like, I don't know, something with analytics where they think that I'll just shoot more 3s. You know, just shoot more 3s, and they're worth more.
Yeah,
they're worth more than 2, so why don't just shoot those?
You know, the more you shoot, the more the more you are going to make, is, I guess, the whole thought process. I don't know. It's weird. And I don't know if that changed with Curry, or if that was already kind of there, and Curry just really made it more, prominent than what it was. I don't really know when it started to shift that way, but it seems like it started with him.
Yeah, and I think Mike D'Antoni and his offenses and people.
Yeah, he coached the Suns and the Knicks, right? D'Antoni.
Yes.
He coached in Phoenix.
Rockets.
Rockets. Yeah.
Suns. Yes.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Did the Knicks for a second?
He was with the Knicks with Stoudemire, or was he with Stoudemire?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So, it was with that and I think the change of officiating, and the whole thing of, it's just, and the guys don't D up. They don't want to be in all the flagrants and stuff. And now you get a flagrant for just, hitting a guy's arm, not getting the ball.
It's stupid.
It's like,
so they don't want you to play any kind of defense.
They're trying to save guys. It's kind of like, in a weird way, kind of like football, where they're so worried about somebody getting hurt. That's their money makers. They want to keep guys on the floor. But meanwhile, on the other hand, they got guys that are taking rests, for what do they call it? Management.
Yeah.
Like basically like trying to save their bodies. Like they're trying to manage their minutes on their own. Like,
and that is really, I have a little personal thing about that too, is that really hurts the fans in a big way. Cause, for those that don't know, I'm a huge, Spurs fan, and I have been since I was a kid. So I didn't just jump on. I mean, I've been a fan of the Spurs since they had, God, I can remember Terry Cummings and, all those old guys that used to play for him. But so I decided, let's go. I took my youngest daughter, who at the time was a big fan. I said, let's go and see the Spurs play up in Cleveland. Let's go up and watch them play. So we went up there to go see him play the Cavs. And this was in Duncan's last few years. It was on the back end, and we get up there and we got our seats and everything's great. In fact, I think it was the first year that they signed Aldridge. So get up there and we find out that Pop is not going to play him because he's going to rest him. And I was so I was so mad. Like, I came up here to see Timmy play, and he's on the bench. He's not playing. So that really does kind of hurt the fans too in some way. But I get why coaches do it. It's just, it seems like there might be better ways to actually do that. If you kind of limit their time in practice or something else. Or
I mean, I think they've changed how they schedule. They do less back-to-backs. Yeah, road and then back-to-backs and like
road trips are probably
trips.
Down too.
Road back-to-backs for teams.
Yeah.
It's like, I get it, but I mean, you got a lot of guys that in the '80s that were just playing through injuries, and guys that went longer than they should have, and guys just Larry Bird for one.
I was just actually that whole Celtics team, man. I mean, between him and Parrish and and then Ainge to even to a certain extent. I mean, all those guys played. I mean, they played through all kinds of just they looked awful at times because they were so tired and just worn down and just broken.
Yeah, McHale played a season with a broken foot.
Yeah,
and like he literally had a crack in one of his metatarsals on the top of his foot.
Jeez.
And then also Bird, he always had the back problems, but he also had Achilles before that.
I'll see. That one actually, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he had Achilles problem. He said if Len Bias passed away, he might have retired after the '88 season.
Oh wow!
If they would have got Len Bias, and Len Bias didn't happen. What happened to Len Bias? Drug overdose.
Right.
If Len Bias would have been on the squad, and like he said, a season after Len Bias would have been on the squad. It's crazy that they were able to draft. They were coming off the '86 championship against the Rockets. In that draft, they had a number 3 pick. They were able to get Len Bias to add to a championship team. It's ridiculous.
Which would have been, oh my gosh, that team
ridiculous. And Bird was only in his 7th season, so it's like prime still.
Yeah,
Bird had a crazy season the next season.
Yeah,
but they lost to the Lakers in the final at the NBA Finals the next season.
Yeah.
So I mean, they made the finals without Bias. They basically lost a draft pick. They had no first round draft pick at all.
And they still were able to do what they did. It's amazing and that's when basketball was really at its best, was back in the mid to late 80s. I mean, it was just so much fun to watch, man. I mean, those teams like the Celtics, it was unbelievable what those guys could do, man. And nowadays, it just seems like it's so much different. It's not really a team sport now. It's all about get yourself
players.
1 or 2. Yeah,
superstar driven.
Back then,
it was still superstar driven back then, but it was just still like
but
there wasn't as much movement,
right?
Between like guys stuck. I mean, guys were a little bit more loyal, I guess, and the teams are more loyal. Ownership and that's a two-way street. They're more loyal to players. Yeah. So I mean, you had guys like you didn't go, Dominique Wilkins, Hawks, like he didn't go anywhere.
No,
just guys
stayed.
Constants. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, all right. So done with basketball. So halfway through the podcast. So we'll talk about NFL draft coming up in 11 days. Which it sounds like go ahead.
Do you want to mention just the one note that we had on football?
Okay. Yeah. Ohio State football. The only note this week is just some slight recruiting news about a corner.
Yeah, Tony Grimes put down his top 8. He's the top corner in the country. I don't care which spot you actually look at, whether it's 24/7 ESPN. He is the top corner in the country. He's a 5-star kid out of Virginia Beach. We talked about him a bit last week, but he did actually put out a top 8 this week, and the Buckeyes made his top 8, along with, I believe it was Penn State, Virginia Tech, and a couple other schools I can't really think of off the top of my head right now. But the Buckeyes were in the top 8. Clemson, I believe, is also in the top 8.
24/7's had him. He's out of Virginia Beach, and he had some quotes about each team or program in his top. And it seems like just off the top, it just seems like he was leaning toward Clemson. He's like, Clemson, they win. They play big-time football. They put players in the league. They have an amazing, amazing defensive line and an amazing defensive coordinator. And cornerbacks coach Mike Reed is my guy. Like, oh.
Yeah, that seems
that's coach is my guy. Like, well, you just want to go and commit now? I mean,
yeah, I know. That's if the Buckeyes don't actually land him, it's not really going to be a huge loss. I mean, they're already set there for quite a long time. I don't think that they're really they're not going to be hurting. So
his quote about Ohio State is favorable. I mean, when he says a coach is my guy, it's like, oh.
Yeah.
But his coach, Ohio State, he goes, Ohio State is to me DBU. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
They just got their former coach back, Kerry Coombs, who's trained big-time defensive backs who are in the league now. Also, Jeff Okuda, who's going to the league. I love the coaching staff, and I think Coach Ryan Day is going to do good things with the program. So it's not, but he didn't give him my guy. That's my guy. It's like
you just never know.
The DBU for him saying that, it's DBU.
Yeah, which is really what kids want nowadays. Yeah. I mean, again, going back to it's a different time now to where college football is now it's sort of like the minor leagues, the NFL. That's really what it is. And so if these kids really want to play, they're going to go to the school that they think gives them the best shot of actually getting there. And that comment makes me think he's at least still got us,
top
up in his brain. Yeah.
Yeah. He talks about, like, on these quotes, he's like talking about multiple times he says about getting to the league.
Yeah. So, which is what they all want to do now. So they're like,
they have a really good veterinary program that I'm interested in.
They're
come to play school, son.
Their academics are outstanding. That's why. Yeah. If some kid really cares about that, then he's going to go to Stanford.
Is it really like the food selection there on campus? The busing is really good.
Let me tell you about CODA. That system that they have there, man. The Central Ohio Transit Authority is top notch. So I think I might be leaning that way.
The libraries are excellent.
Yeah, I don't know if it seems like those are his top 2 schools. I don't know why he would actually put out a top 8 when you could probably just put out a top 4. I mean, out of those 8, I think probably 4 of them aren't. They're probably not even close. So
it's like 8. Yeah. All right, kid.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of the league draft, Thursday, April 23rd feels like right now the NFL draft feels like the greatest thing ever.
It's so weird. I mean, the draft is always a big deal, but this year it's an even bigger deal because they are going to be the only real sporting event that is going to happen within the past 2 months. I mean, they are going to, which
the ratings
is why I understand. It's going to be through the roof. Everybody's going to watch it. I don't care who you are. It's some type of sports. We're going to watch. It's going to be through the roof. Guys who have never watched it are going to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like Mel Kiper's going to have that hair.
He is going to have the extra big quaff going on, man. He's going to have that big slick back look the whole time. Todd McShay and he are going to have some of their best moments ever.
He's going to be so excited. Kiper. Everybody's going to watch.
Dude, that Caliendo one that he did a long time ago of him is great, man. That I can't remember how long ago.
I can't do Kiper, but I can do that like this cadence, like his.
Oh yeah.
He's a real good quarterback out of LSU.
Flying under the radar.
Yeah. Real good vision. Yeah.
Excellent hands.
Yeah. So yeah, let's see. So number 1 pick, kind of looking like it's a no-brainer. Burrow to the Bengals. I don't think that they couldn't even screw this up. I mean, they have tried to screw up some of their drafts, but I don't think that they could even screw this up. I don't think there's any chance that they go with anybody else but him. The teams that need quarterbacks, including the Bengals, Bengals, Dolphins, Chargers, Jaguars.
Yeah,
realistically.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're probably going to roll with Uncle Rico for the season.
Yeah,
but or
Minshew.
Sorry, yeah. They're probably going to roll with him. I think they'll probably look for a quarterback, maybe second, third round. But you know what, though? You never know. I mean, they may not be sold on him. It's just a weird.
I don't know how you could be. I mean, it's not like he had a couple good games, but I mean, they don't have a ton of weapons. It's not like they're super solid, and it was just like, well, if Minshew would have played better, we would have made the playoffs. Not really, but
they still need
they have a lot of holes. But
they need a left tackle too. Which is sort of upsetting that there's a lot of teams that need a left tackle in the top 10. So because the Browns really need one, and so I would hope that there's going to be at least a couple of them left by 10. Not sure.
Yeah. So the Jaguars, they could be setting themselves up to roll with Minshew this year, but then try to stockpile picks to move up or already be there for Lawrence or Fields next year. Yeah. So they have 2 firsts this year.
I didn't know that they had a second first round. Okay.
Yeah, they got number 9 and number 20. Okay. That's pretty good. Yeah. And then Raiders have 2. They're also kind of a fringe.
They are
like quarterback, maybe. Like who knows? Like
because did they get rid of Carr?
No.
Officially yet? I don't. Okay, no. So they still got Carr, and then they signed Mariota, right? So so that's pretty much. It seems like they're going to roll with Carr or let him and Mariota just kind of battle it out. Mm-hmm. But they could be a quarterback.
Most projections have them going. They have 2 firsts, and most projections have them going. Like wide receiver and corner or something like that. Yeah, in the first round. So.
In fact, most of the mocks that I have looked at have them taking the first wide receiver off the board is them at 12. Most of them have them taken, I believe it's Judy from Alabama. Some of them have them.
Judy, Lamb. Yeah, they could go linebacker too, from what I see. Like, they have a lot of needs.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some guys that can go as high as there's guys like kind of all over where they got like Javon Kinlaw is a guy out of South Carolina.
Yeah, he's a defensive tackle who a lot of them I've seen have him going in the top 10. But some haven't into the teens too.
I've seen him as going to the Cowboys. I've seen him kind of like he's got a big range of where he could go.
Yeah.
But also I want to go back to the quarterbacks because that's where it all starts. There's kind of interesting things where guys you could see teams maybe that was kind of like Jordan Love is kind of a player that people could come up for to try and plan ahead with, but maybe. So like Green Bay might have want to draft him because Rodgers is on his last couple years.
Yeah. I could see the Patriots even trying to maybe make a move for him if he's still there in the late teens, early 20s. I think the Pats could probably try to move up and get him because they're really screwed right now at quarterback. I mean, they've got Brian Hoyer
Jared
and
Stidham.
I don't know, Jared Stidham. So some people think that Stidham is going to be that guy that Belichick is just completely sold on him. I don't know.
Do you think Stidham was any better in college than Brady was back in the day?
Brady played at least in a semi-passing offense. Stidham played in a just run-first, run-oriented offense. So that's the thing that always kind of bothered me about him is I mean, when you think about Auburn's offense, how many passes do they really throw, in one game? What, 12, 13? I mean, so it's a little worrisome to me to hand the keys over to somebody who barely threw it in college. But I could see the Brady comparison. I just think that Brady at least threw the ball a little bit more in college and was in a offense that wasn't just completely run dominant. So
let's go to 2018 with Stidham. Let's see. Actually, Malzahn let him sling it in some games. So
okay.
And let's see, let's go. Let me see, like Tennessee. Well, they were coming from behind, maybe. So he threw 45 passes in that game. Look at some losses. So it looks like some losses. He threw for like 40 attempts. So that's probably for trying to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia, he threw 36, but like wins over, let's see, bowl game win over Purdue is 15-21.
Yeah.
But he threw for 373 yards, 15-21. Like, what happened to Purdue, man? They just exploded in that bowl game. 15-21 for 373.
That's
like
insane.
Playing a video game. Yeah. So, and then like say Southern Miss, let's see, 19-33. So they opened it up a little bit more.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
yeah.
I stand corrected.
Not totally, but let's see.
Typically, though,
A&M game.
Their offense doesn't usually throw the ball that much, but maybe he was that. I mean, maybe he was that good to where Gus had said we're actually gonna throw the ball more. So, but so I mean, I guess he could be the answer. I just don't know, and I don't know if really. Maybe Belichick just wants to kind of roll with roll with him and give him some help. But I could see them trying to get Love too. I mean, I don't know. So
you never know with the Patriots. I mean, what they're. I mean, here's something funny. So Nick Wright on Fox Sports does the not get up.
No, he does.
First things first.
Yeah, first things first. Is it Shannon or no?
Chris Carter bold.
Yeah,
it's like kind of like Danny Cannell now.
Okay.
I think. So he had a theory. He said the Lions. He had a theory where the Lions could trade their number 3 pick to the Patriots just because they're still buddies, like Bob Quinn and head coach.
Patricia.
Fat guy,
Patricia.
they're still buddies with Belichick, and they can make some deal like to let the Patriots get up to get Tua. Can you imagine if that happens? The Lions just sabotage their own, just like go, whatever. Like, oh my God, you imagine?
I would absolutely love it because that would be comedy gold on the internet. And Mike Valenti would lose his mind on air. His head might actually explode on air if that actually happened. That would be great.
That'd be crazy.
I suppose because Patricia and Quinn have done so many stupid things since they actually got there. I could see that happening. I mean, it's not out of the realm of absolute possibility, but I mean, it would be stupid. But I mean, I could see something like that happening. It would be stupid as hell. But
what they would have to give up. Oh yeah, he had a trade proposal like they could, not that he threw out there. He said that Patriots would give them Julian Edelman and like a third, and then the 23 pick to move up to the third pick. Like they trade him Julian Edelman.
That would be the worst trade in the history of the NFL draft if that happened. Yeah. Julian Edelman, who's on like the back nine of his career, something else.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The other teams that are kind of interesting that they got to start thinking about the future. I put down not as much. I don't know. Matt Ryan is in his career. Like he's on the back nine.
Yeah.
But so like the Falcons could start thinking about what to do after Matt Ryan. The Lions after Stafford, because Stafford was all jacked up last year. Yeah. I mean, I guess they're saying, oh, he's good to go for this year. But really? Like, I don't know. And then Tampa Bay. I mean, they just got Brady. Like, how much time does Brady have left? Who the heck knows?
Yeah, and they're at what, 12? Tampa Bay is 12, I think. Now, I doubt that they're going to draft a quarterback there. They are going to draft him some help. Most likely they're going to do whether that's a tackle or wide receiver. They are all in on him. So it's going to be all about help for him right now.
Yeah.
There's one more team that I think might be worth mentioning as far as a quarterback goes, and that is the Vikings. They have 2 first-round picks. Cousins is on the last year of this deal that he signed, or the second to last year, and he's gotten them to the playoffs, but he hasn't really done much once he's gotten there. So Spielman may be thinking about trying to to really get ready for whatever they're done with him, because I don't think there's much. There's not much behind him in the way of a future quarterback. So I think the Vikings could be in play for probably not in the first round, but they could be in the market in like second, third round for Kirk
Shea Patterson.
Oh wow!
Who's Kirk Cousins' twin? No.
Yeah, they are all
similar game
as far as play goes. Yeah, they're
really like Kirk Cousins was. I don't know. In college, he was just kind of like
he was average, man. I mean,
he's okay. I don't know. He got better in the pros, I guess. But yeah, I mean, to be somewhat consistent in the pros, he had to improve. But there's guys out there like there's been a lot of buzz. It's funny. Speaking of another Spartan, there's been a lot of buzz that people like Brian Lewerke's potential. I think because he's size. He's like 6'2". I was thinking he was taller than that. He's just kind of like average size and stuff. But I don't know why they think he's like smooth and balanced. Like here's his scouting report on NFL.com. Smooth and balanced in pocket setup, arm talent to challenge defenders with seam throws. I mean, sometimes he looked pretty good.
Yeah, so, he had a couple decent games, but there's never really been a true great quarterback to really come out of that program. I mean, Cousins is probably the best one to even, I can't think of anybody else who's had a really stellar career.
Magic Johnson could have been
He was the quarterback of the Lakers for a long time, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah,
I just find that really odd. I
I
mean,
know they try to make up. It always seems like they try to create better scouting reports on guys than just looking at the tape. But you
yeah,
kind of throw in like Lewerke, like how many years is when he was a starter was Jim Bowman, offensive coordinator.
yeah, there is that too. I never really thought about that.
That's worse than Freddie Kitchens. My God,
Yeah,
Jim Bowman.
Jim Bowman as your offensive coordinator. My gosh, I can't believe it.
That'll hold you back.
D'Antonio is the only one who would have even given him a job. I don't know. He's so bad, man. He's not good at all. Jeez. You
Yeah.
couldn't find a worse guy to run your offense.
Conservatives. Yeah, so like the other guys there after Jordan Love, so you got like of course you got like Justin Herbert,
Right.
Burrow, Tagliavola, Justin Herbert, Jordan Love, then you got like Jacob Eason of Washington. Jake Fromm.
Okay.
Yeah, Jake Fromm, the other guy's kind of like
Fromm is strange because he was actually supposed to be a really high pick last year if he would have came out, and then he really struggled at Georgia this year. And he could be one of those guys who gets drafted second, third round, who just absolutely has a great career. He is a true boom or bust.
He
guy.
reminds me of a Cousins.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I suppose. Yeah. That makes sense.
Because I think for the most part he's like solid, like kind of solid in college, pretty good, decent athlete.
Yeah.
Get out of the pocket. He's kind of got his like good mechanics and whatnot, but like maybe not the strongest arm, maybe not the
Yeah, he definitely doesn't have a super strong arm because I've watched a couple of their games where he just couldn't get that. He couldn't throw the deep ball really well. He really short armed it a whole lot of times. So his arm really needs some work. I think one thing that probably helps him is that they run as Georgia probably runs the most pro style offense of any other team in college football. I mean, so he has already been in a quote pro style offense for 3 or 4 years. So that probably helped him somewhat. But he is not a plug and play guy. He is probably going to need a couple years to sit and watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, those like all the quarterbacks are kind of interesting because I heard somebody bring up a good point. I think it was Daniel Jeremiah. He said that just because of like what's been going on with people unable to really get players in front of them and really get like the time that they used to have in past years with these guys because of this whole coronavirus.
Right.
They think their guys are going to be like not trying to hit home runs. They're just going to like take the best. They're going to take need and they're not going to like try to go reach a lot. They're just going to be like, it's going to be a little bit more conservative unless they want to stockpile picks or something. They want to make a trade, but you're not going to see a lot of guys like reach for players or take big chances, go for the home run.
Right.
Like he said, he heard Daniel Jeremiah say it was going to be more like we're going to hit doubles, not home runs. Yeah. So.
I actually think this draft might be the best draft that they have, that all teams have, because what the virus has done is it's forced all these guys to do what you should be doing as a GM. It's just watching tape.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do is watch tape. Don't get blown away by a private workout or a pro day, which I hate pro days because they're all scripted in the favor of every single player. And they are set up to make them look great. And they're so pointless. So this will force these guys to actually watch tape, which is where you learn everything is from tape. You don't learn it from a private workout or interviews where they've been told exactly what to say and how to say it and everything else. I mean, so this may be the best draft that every team has had in a long time because GMs are going to be forced to just go off of the tape. So
yeah, so yeah, it kind of looks like running back. Like there might not be a running back in the first round selected, even though you got DeAndre Swift, Jonathan Taylor, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, J.K. Dobbins.
I think the only one that has a shot is probably Swift.
Yeah.
He might go late first round to someone like, say, Green Bay, who has the 30th pick. They really need a back. I don't know. They could probably take him. Kansas City really needs a back too. So, and they have the last pick in the first round. So,
Yeah.
I could see that happening there.
Texans needed a back, but they screwed themselves out of the first round.
Hey, they got one. They got David Johnson. So,
oh yeah,
I mean, they're all set there. They got David Johnson, but they didn't get him from. I would be okay with what he's done if they got David Johnson from 4 years back, but they got the David Johnson now, who is averaging like barely 3 yards a carry.
And he's making a ton of money.
Yeah,
it's like. Yeah, I don't know. There's something weird with Bill O'Brien. They need to ditch him after this season because it's not going to go well. They're going to be worse than they were last year.
Absolutely.
And they traded, they got rid of Hopkins, who was making, I don't know. He wanted to make, he deserves top wide receiver money. And then they got rid of him and then brought in Brandon Cooks, who makes top wide receiver money, like $16 million a year. And he's like half the receiver Hopkins is.
Yeah, Cooks is not going. He's not even on the same playing field as Hopkins. I mean, Hopkins is what, a top 2, top 3 guy. Excuse me.
He's your go-to guy.
Yeah,
he's right there with Julio Jones. He's right there with
Yeah, and Cooks is just that. I mean, Cooks doesn't play from the slot, but that's more what he is a slot guy. So, I mean, he does have speed to kind of take the top off of the defense, but I don't know how much longer he's really going to be able to have that kind of speed. So,
Brandon Cooks has played for like 4 teams. And he's only 25 years old.
Yeah, I mean, he's clearly he's not good enough for teams to actually want to keep him. I mean, he was on the Patriots, and they did they cut him or trade him? I don't remember how he got off the Patriots.
I don't remember.
Anyway,
how he got there, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was originally drafted by the Saints.
It was a draft trade.
Okay, it was a draft trade. Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, I remember that day. Okay, yeah. So he was originally drafted by the Saints, right? Cooks was.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he was with the Saints. Then he went to the Patriots. Then from the Patriots to the Rams, and now he's on the. And now it's just you. At some point, you have to wonder why don't they want to keep this guy? I mean,
I mean, he's had good seasons. It's just like he had 1,000-yard seasons 4 straight years, 15 through 18, 1,000-yard seasons.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just like, but he's a 5'10", 180 guy. He's just he's good, but last year he dropped off a lot with the Rams. He played 14 games, but he had 42 catches for 583. But their offense kind of struggled overall last year. And still, he was like half as productive.
Yeah, he wasn't really. Now, the Rams did have a lot more talent last year, so there wasn't as many balls to be thrown his way. But still, I mean, I just can't figure out why teams don't want to really keep him. Now he has had multiple. He's had multiple concussions. So
yes,
I don't know if that really has anything to actually do with it. But
it's kind of funny because he really hasn't missed many games. He's only missed. Since the rookie season, he missed like 6 games, but last year he only missed 2 games. So that's kind of weird.
Yeah. But I know that he's had at least 2 or 3 concussions.
Yeah.
So
I think you're right.
Maybe that's why teams don't want to keep him because they're not certain that he's going to be able to to really last long.
Yeah. He's
and-
five known concussions in his 6-year career.
Geez, yeah, that's
what's weird. He hasn't missed any time, so it's so much.
Yeah, which that makes you really wary about getting him on your roster, which is another reason why Bill O'Brien should just be fired. Man, that guy's a joke right now for what he's doing to. He's just absolutely killing Houston, and let's not forget about he is killing Deshaun Watson's progress. Man, he's absolutely because Watson is one of the best young quarterbacks in the league, and he's just absolutely setting him up to fail as much as he can.
See, Deshaun Watson, did he? Oh, okay. So he's still in his rookie contract.
Yeah,
so
I think he's in like the fourth.
That's good.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, he hasn't been in the league that long, so he's still in his rookie contract, 4-year, $14 million, basically, the $8 million signing bonus. So yeah, he's kind of like Mahomes, where he's still in his rookie deal. And
they were in the same class, right?
I think so. Yeah.
He and Mahomes. Yes,
Trubisky in that class.
God, the Bears, what they gave up to get him, and now they've pretty much given up on him now.
Yeah, so. Well, yeah, I guess so. I mean, they brought in Foles.
Yeah, well,
it's not like oh, of course, Nick Foles is the starter. It's not really.
No, but they have said that it's going to be a open competition between he and Trubisky. So, and the Bears, I don't think they have a pick until like the third round or something. They have given up a lot of picks to get this team that they have now, which is still not that great of a team that they have.
The Bears.
Yeah, I don't think they even have a pick until the third round.
Because of Khalil Mack.
Yeah, because of Mack and
Khalil Mack's trade screwed him.
Yeah,
I mean he's good, but he's not that good. Like they basically mortgaged all their stuff, all their draft.
Between Mack
two in the second, so that's
okay. All right,
2 in the second this year.
Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't think they had a pick until
I wouldn't be surprised because because that Mack trade. I don't think they have a first round pick.
No,
until like 2022. They gave up let's go back.
All their first round picks for Mack and Trubisky. In fact, I think that they gave up 3 first round picks for Mack. I think. I'm not certain about that.
Oakland traded Mack a second round pick in 2020. They traded. So they gave the Bears a second round pick and a conditional 5th rounder to the Bears so the Bears traded first round pick in 2019, a 6th rounder in 2019, first rounder in 2020, and a 3rd rounder in 2020. Okay. Oh, okay. So they got another first round pick next year, but they traded 2 firsts. 2 firsts for one guy.
Yeah.
That's insane.
You just don't really do that.
Khalil Mack. So you think Khalil Mack was like Lawrence Taylor or something?
Yeah. So
not even. I mean, you wouldn't give that up for Lawrence Taylor. It's one guy.
No. So the Raiders have the number 19 pick, which is actually the Bears pick this year. So that's part of the back.
Yeah. So like Raiders have 2 picks, Jags have 2 picks. I mean, who knows? Like the Patriots they're always like kind of movers and shakers, and Bill's always trying to do something. I mean, they could move up. You could see them moving up, or you could see them move down. Like they could just kind of try to stockpile some more guys. Because I mean, not that they have a ton of holes or anything, but
they still have some holes. I mean, they lost Van Noy, so they need another. They need another
edge.
They need an edge guy. They're really thin at wide receiver. I mean, they do have their first round pick from last year, N'Keal Harry, but he was hurt for most of his first year. So they need a wide receiver. They need a linebacker / edge type guy.
So you can see him. So you can see them staying at their pick at 23, 23, and then going. There's some guys around that 23. You could see him taking the kid from Penn State if he's there.
I was actually just going to mention him to someone like them because he sort of fits exactly what they do there. How do you say his name? It's
Gross Matos.
Gross Matos, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that would be, I think, a really good pick for them at 23.
Yeah, because there's really no – I could see him taking Zach Bond maybe.
Yeah.
But I don't know if Zach's going that high.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think that's a little high for him. I think most people think that they could probably wait until the second round for him.
I'd love to see the Browns get him, but
yeah, because I wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Although I think they're probably in the second round, they're probably going to go safety. I would bet because they really need one bad, and most of them are still going to be there in the second round.
So yeah, they got so what in free agency they signed talking Browns.
They signed Carl Joseph on a 1-year deal and Sendejo on a 1-year deal. So
I don't see Carl Joseph on the
because he hasn't officially been announced yet because they haven't been able to do his physical yet. He's way out. Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's way out on the West Coast, but he has signed 2
safeties, but.
Yeah, but in fact, on Andrew Berry's press conference call that he gave, he pretty much said he has acknowledged that they are going to sign him, but they're just waiting for the actual physical before they can make it. Before the league can actually say that it's happened. So, but yeah, Carl Joseph and Sendejo are the 2 safeties that they signed.
So yeah, Browns have filled some spots, and even Jack Conklin at right tackle. So it tells
that's a big
Hubbard. So Hubbard's got to be back up or get out of here.
Yeah, he actually took a pay cut. I think they signed him to a new deal, which actually gave him a lot less money, which makes sense. So
yeah, and they've got Andrew Billings from the Bengals at defensive tackle, and then Kevin Johnson corner. So it helps some corner depth.
Yeah, what's really strange about Kevin Johnson and Carl Joseph, they were both first-round picks that just haven't actually, panned out yet. So I think maybe the Browns are going to – they signed them both to a 1-year deal in hopes that maybe can finally, maybe they can get the best from them. But,
yeah. Mm-hmm. And Adrian Claiborne.
Yeah, that's one where I was just like, okay. It's good depth, but I don't know how much more he has left in the tank. He's like 31 or 30 years old, so.
I think so, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's see, Bengals. Let's see if the Bengals, real quick, for all the Ohioans listening. So, let's see, transactions, news. I was going to do this, so I was like, let's cover like the AFC North kind of. So do you like the Browns do you like the idea of them going with Isaiah Simmons at number 10 instead of a tackle, if a tackle's there? Or do you just go, okay, if my tackle's not there, then go Simmons?
That's really the only way that I would go with Simmons. Simmons is an absolute playmaker, and I'm 99.99% sure he is going to have a stellar career. But if your tackle is not there that you want, oh yeah, sure, okay, then let's get Simmons. Or let's say, because there's 4 primary tackles that are really at the top of the class. It's Thomas, Wirfs, Wills, and Becton are the 4 that are the real keys to this draft for left tackle. If they're all gone, or let's say that because Becton he doesn't kind of fit the scheme that they actually want to run. I couldn't think of it, but he doesn't.
My daughter, she's at the fridge getting water, and she's like looking like, I don't want to make noise. Like, she's like kind of going, like it's fun.
But no, so if the guy that you want there or the 2 guys that you wanted are gone and Simmons is still there by some chance, then I would say it. But if say Wirfs or Thomas is still there and First of all, I don't know how at 10 how Simmons, Wirfs, and Thomas are all still there, but if they are, you got to take Wirfs or Thomas. I mean, you can't pass up on a left tackle.
I'm hoping Becton's there because the stuff I see about Becton is like he doesn't get beat. He just doesn't get beat on tape.
No,
and I hear stuff about Wirfs where he has a major weakness of getting beat on that inside or outside in move. He gets beat like hell on that.
Really?
Move. Yeah.
That's why, I mean, Becton definitely has the highest ceiling out of all those guys. The only problem is with that, because Stefanski wants to run that whole wide zone scheme, and I don't know if he has the feet to really move laterally. So we'll see. I mean, but you're absolutely right. When it comes to just straight pass pro, that guy he's incredible. I mean, nobody gets by because he's 6'8", 350 pounds or something. He's just a massive dude. Yeah.
They got him 6'7", 364.
Jeez. God. He's a mountain of a man.
The Big Show.
Well, it's the Big Show.
It's like having Mabel at left tackle.
That's a great wrestling reference. Big Daddy V.
Men on a mission. Horrible.
Mabel or Big Daddy V or Viscera. Yeah. I don't know how many times he actually switched up that stupid. He was so many different characters, man, when he was going.
Oh yeah, he's like the who was he? He was the he was like the bad guy. Was he? He was like, wasn't he in like the whatever?
Yeah, he was in the Ministry of Darkness.
Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah, he was in the Ministry of Darkness.
That was a bad run there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The Browns, like, that'd be crazy if there were four tackles in the top 9. Because there's teams that will take Giants, Panthers, Cardinals, Jaguars could all take those guys. It's a possibility. There's some of them they're all in the same kind of boat though. They're like, man, we could use Simmons, like some of those same teams. Maybe not the Giants, but like
Carolina, I think would probably snatch him up if he were still there at 7. I would bet that Carolina would snatch up Simmons in a heartbeat.
Derek Brown is up there for them.
Yeah, it's just, look, I don't want to make it I don't make it sound like I'm down on Simmons. I think he's probably the best player in this draft, right behind Chase Young. I really do. I think he's so versatile. He can do so many different things. He is going to be a standout player for a lot of years. So I wouldn't be upset if he landed on the Browns, of course, but you got to get that left tackle shored up.
I know. It's so bad. I mean, you just watch Baker Mayfield run for his life and become completely snake bitten.
Yep.
As Browns fans, and it's just like, you got to give this guy help on his blind side. He's just like, he's literally his footwork got bad because not that he was Joe Montana back there, but but he almost seemed to his footwork degraded because he had no protection. Like, he's running for his life. They got rid of Zeitler on the line, which is probably their worst move that they made.
That was awful. Yeah.
And traded him just so they could get another edge rusher that they really didn't need.
And who really hasn't even done much.
No, that was a bad trade. Bad trade by Dorsey.
Yeah.
So they got rid of Zeitler interior, but then they never shored up the ends with, you got Hubbard, and then you had Robinson, like 2 guys who were just kind of retreads. Like, why would you put retreads on your guys that were just kind of like they could never latch on with other teams? And it was just like,
it was like the Browns were running their offensive line reminded me of a car and its tires. They had two great tires, and on the outside they had two donuts that they were just running with the whole season. They had two.
Yeah.
That they had tires with great tread on right on the inside, and then outside they had donuts the whole season. And eventually, if you run your car on donuts, it's going to break down, and their offensive line broke down. So, I don't
BMW on donuts.
That's what it was. Look, so the Browns could get Simmons and then try to get a second-tier left tackle in the late first if they were to trade back in, or even early second. Like there's the kid from Boise State, Ezra Cleveland, he's right under that first tier of top left tackles. This is a deep tackle class, but after the top four, there is a fairly significant drop to the next tier, and Ezra Cleveland is at the top of that next tier.
It's weird to draft a guy with the last name Cleveland to Cleveland. Yeah.
So they could get Simmons and then take one of those second tier guys, but that seems like a really risky proposition, if you ask me.
Yeah, I think you got it.
Please.
Yeah, I think for them, they just got to go get the best guy, best tackle if it's there. I mean, if it's Wirfs, it's Wirfs. I mean, it's whatever. Stefanski and those guys. I mean, I think they know what they need with linemen and what kind of the offense, especially. I think they know what they need, and they watch enough tape. They'll if their guy's there, they'll get him.
Yeah,
the guy that they think can fit.
Let's not forget too, the Browns have, and I don't know how he can't stay in one spot, but they do have the best, or one of the best, offensive line coaches in Callahan. I mean, they did actually get him
Bill Callahan will look at tape. Yeah. So he's not going to take a guy that's just kind of like. Although, you get coaches that go, I can fix him. But you don't want to take a guy I can fix.
No. And
number 10.
No. And he doesn't really strike me as that kind of a coach, too. I mean, he wants somebody who he knows can do what he really needs them to do. So, I mean, and I just think you have to get one of the one guy who I really don't want to take a flyer on is probably Wills. And it's not really a knock on him. It's just because Tua is he's a lefty, and Will's a right tackle, unfortunately for his whole time there, because he was always, he had to play for Tua's blind side. So it's not really his fault. It's just the way that their system ran. So I don't know if you really want to take a guy who's played right tackle. Now, Wirfs played right tackle. He's also played some left too. So he's kind of been back and forth.
Yeah. As far as you're looking at the Bengals, Bengals had signed Von Bell, Trey Waynes, which are actually two pretty good pickups. There's actually two good pickups, surprisingly, by the Bengals.
Yeah, they're actually doing something right.
Yeah. So, and they
not saying that the Browns have really done a whole lot right, but
But somehow the Bengals with free agency,
they're
the worst.
They usually aren't even really big.
No,
they don't usually pay a whole lot of money. So
Mike Brown's synonymously cheap. So they released Drake Kirkpatrick. They got rid of him, but they signed. They went corner like DB. Kind of so far. Kind of.
They got beat a whole lot last year.
Yeah.
They
got signed three corners. And they got another one against the Texans. They took DJ Reader from the Texans, the defensive tackle, big 98.
Yeah.
They took him from the Texans. Texans didn't. They was unrestricted. And I don't even know if they even offered him.
There's another.
He took. Yeah, Bill O'Brien.
Another brilliant move by Bill O'Brien.
Get out. Yeah. I mean, he's totally just burning that franchise. You got your franchise quarterback and you're wasting it.
Yeah, he's absolutely he's going to ruin him, man. He's going to ruin Watson. What he's doing.
Yeah, he's not for long. I mean, I'm sure the owner cannot be. I mean, and it doesn't take a genius. You don't have to be Bill Walsh to figure out this is stupid.
Yeah, I can't figure out why he would give him that type of power. He's never shown that he was even able to actually do it. I don't know why you would give him that power. It's weird.
I don't get it.
Like, why? Sense. Why you would give him power like that?
Yeah, you'd think he was like Belichick, you know?
Yeah,
like he had some sort of like pedigree and like some sort of legacy and like he's a guy that's proven himself, like he's got Super Bowls or so, you know.
Yeah.
Like
he coached in that tree, but that doesn't mean that he just knows how to do what he's done. So I mean, just because he coached in his tree, that doesn't mean anything. So I mean, that's been made evident.
Yeah, usually guys are like 10-year head coaches before they get personnel power.
Yeah,
like to that.
Absolutely.
Like, yeah.
Who the hell knows, man? I mean, that
cluster.
That whole franchise is just getting set back by at least 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. So as far as Buckeyes, it looks like J.K. Dobbins looks like he'll probably be somewhere in the second round.
He'll probably be
that.
He'll be the third Buckeye taken because we're going to get because we're going to get Chase Young and Jeff Okudah in the first round, and then probably in the top 5, and then probably go to Dobbins will probably be the next one taken.
Yeah, like
probably
Dolphins, Lions. Looking at team needs: Dolphins, Lions, Jaguars, Jets. The Jets have Le'Veon Bell. I wouldn't want to see him go to the Jets.
No, although Bell doesn't have that many years left, I don't think. So the Jets may be looking for his
Buccaneers
replacement. That would be a good fit.
They have Ronald Jones, but Ronald Jones is so sometimes he's on and off. I don't get him.
Yeah,
I think it might be the line though.
Yeah, it could have been the line. I don't know.
Falcons, but they still have
they signed early though.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, scratch them. Yeah. I wouldn't want to see him go there.
No.
And then
Jaguars. What about Philadelphia? They don't really have a set running back, do they? They're still going running back by committee, I think. I think Philadelphia.
That's what everybody does, though.
Yeah, but I don't know if they really have a set or a really good running back there.
Let me see. They have Miles Sanders. They like Miles Sanders a lot.
Yeah.
And Boston Scott chipped in, but Miles Sanders seems to be their guy. They've a lot of faith in Miles Sanders from Penn State.
Yeah.
Which is funny. He only really played was like a starter for Penn State.
No, I vaguely remember him playing for him. I don't.
Yeah. So I think Penn State had a run there. Saquon, he was behind Saquon.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I think Saquon, did he come up? No. He was picked last year. So last year he was a rookie. So that makes sense. Like Saquon, he had 1 year without as a starter.
He was a start. Yeah.
When you're behind the like superstar and you finally get your shot, everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, you imagine what this guy could have been?" It's kind of like a plus side of like getting your shot in the league when you're sitting behind a guy that's like generational talent. Yeah. So
speaking of that, I still keep coming back to the Packers for a running back. They could go Swift in the first. Yeah, but if they don't, they could be looking at Dobbins in the in the second round. So
yeah, I see like some mocks where they have going T. Higgins, Jordan Love, like trying to find a backup to Rodgers because they swung and missed. It was kind of funny that they went. Didn't they draft Packers? Didn't they draft Hundley high?
They drafted Hundley in like the third round, I think.
Oh,
maybe fourth round.
Okay, I was thinking it was higher than that.
No. I don't think he was higher than the third round. I don't think he was in the second.
Let me see. Draft. Oh shit! No, it was fifth round.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm thinking
Okay.
wrong.
I was gonna say, why would they? It didn't make sense, but in my brain, but I was thinking, I must be thinking of somebody else. So yeah, let's see, like Packers. Let's see, but let's see, their team need. Do they have them slated? It's like a team need for running back. They don't, because who the heck they have? They have Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
I wasn't even okay, yeah. I was
yeah, but running back's so weird though now because it is a lot by committee. I mean, you see a lot of success with by committee just because you see running backs get hurt a lot. So yeah, it'd be cool if you could get to the Chiefs, but
yeah, the Chiefs do actually need one because they haven't been running.
Williams does a good job. He's more
Damian Williams. Yeah, I mean they had him going for the most part.
He caught the ball so much, it's like almost sometimes you forgot he was a running back.
Yeah, that's true.
And Reed has never really had. Never seems like Reed has ever had like 1,000-yard back.
No, I don't.
He's so West Coast, he doesn't even give a crap about running the ball like more than like 15 times.
Yeah, I mean it's really hard to try and actually predict running backs just because you're absolutely right. I mean, most teams roll with 2 or even 3 guys now, so it's really hard to find where one is going to land. It's sort of a crapshoot. Yeah.
Let me see the Packers. The Steelers don't have a first-round pick, do they? No.
They gave theirs up to get Bush, I think.
Devin Bush?
Didn't they? Yeah, I think they traded back up into the first round last year for Devin Bush, and I don't know if they get their first-round pick this year for it, but yeah,
it's worth it at all.
No, I mean he didn't have that great of a season, but
I mean he's a good player, but I mean to give up a first.
Or no. So Miami has their pick at 18. That's either I think that's for Fitzpatrick. Is what that is.
Mika. Oh, the Mika trade.
Yeah.
Okay, that seems that's a little bit more worth it and understandable because you see he was a first round talent and was still looking that way. That makes more sense. So so much happens. Who the hell can keep track? We don't work for the NFL Network.
I know.
So the Steelers picks are round 2, 49, number 49. They got a third and 2 fourths, a 6th, and a 7th. So
they have James Conner, but he has been injured a lot here lately. So I'm not sure how
that would hurt me. See JK go to that.
I would absolutely lose my mind if
they also. I mean, what do they have sitting behind Big Ben? They obviously did not have the answer last year.
I mean, Duck is not it, and certainly Mason Rudolph didn't show anything. He's awful. So I mean, I suppose Duck's
another one.
Yeah, I mean, Hodges played okay in a couple of games, but I don't think that they're probably not sold on him as the.
He throws a nice ball, I think. Throws a nice. I mean, I like his release, but maybe he doesn't have. Maybe he just doesn't have the. Who could get settled in there either? I mean, they were kind of weird last year with. It's amazing they finished. I don't know what they finished 8-8.
They finished 8-8.
It's amazing. They finished 8-8. Tomlin did a hell of a job.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, let's see, quarterback for them. If they went quarterback, I think they got to get somebody.
They have to go quarterback, I would think, no later than the 3rd round. I mean, I would think that they would still be probably in play for a quarterback. With their first pick, I don't know. Iowa, Nate Stanley.
Goes from black and gold to black and gold.
Yeah, it goes from black and gold to black and gold. Yeah, I don't.
Black and yellow, black and yellow.
I think they have to go quarterback fairly early, but I think with their first pick in the second round, they're probably going to go with something that they need for this year upcoming.
Yeah, I mean, said I don't think they won't have a shot at Jordan Love. I mean, Jacob Eason, Jake Fromm, Jalen Hurts, Nate Stanley.
Man, there's such a drop off from Fromm down because you said, I mean, after Fromm, there's not really a decent quarterback in this draft.
A guy that's like, he was basically taking a flyer on a lot of different guys, like Steven Montez out of Colorado. Good size. Oh, you never saw him play?
No, I never saw.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. You know, he was okay. Good mobility.
Wait a minute, I did watch one game with Colorado this past year, so I can't say that I haven't seen him play. His name just didn't really jump up in.
Kind of like, if I could compare him to, not that he's as good, but like Carson Wentz as far as like kind of game. Like he's mobile, good arm, but you know, he played at Colorado. He had the Laviska Shenault. Another guy that I think will be a sleeper. I think we've talked about him before. He's so freaking big. If he can, you know, just be coachable, is the kid, and I don't know. That kid looks like a stud. Is that kid from Notre Dame, the receiver, Chase Claypool?
Claypool, yeah. We've actually talked about him. He's a big kid. He's a big wide receiver. He's huge.
He looks like an NFL vet. I mean, he's kind of like David Boston, how David Boston looked. Hopefully he doesn't track the same way.
Yeah, let's hope he doesn't turn out the same way.
Train wreck of all
David
train
Boston
wrecks.
was absolutely one of the biggest train wrecks in Buckeye history for the draft. He's actually probably right up there with like Art as far as the biggest train wrecks for like a pro career. He was just absolutely awful.
Do you remember when David Boston changed? He like started wearing contacts with different colored eyes. Oh my god!
No, I don't even remember.
Oh, you did? Oh
no.
David Boston. I swear that's a thing.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even remember that.
Oh man, if I gotta find it, war contacts. I gotta find it. I swear that's a thing. I can't find anything on it. Maybe it's just so damn long ago. The internet forgot about it. So there's no more Google results. So we lost them. It's from 2001.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like he went like cat eyes and stuff.
Wow.
During his craziness. Yeah, he went cat eyes.
He started to lose his mind after because I don't remember if it was when he got traded from the Chargers to, where did he wind up at? Was it
Dolphins?
Miami?
Yeah, Dolphins.
Yeah, I think that's where they actually sent him, and he started. I mean, he was already kind of going a little bit, you know, a nutty whenever he was with San Diego, but I mean, he's.
Yeah. Let me see if I can. Oh my gosh, yeah. He was juicing like crazy.
Yeah,
he was so friggin' huge. If you look up David Boston, you just Google David Boston and the stuff you see, it's like, what the heck? It looked like he should have been competing at the Arnold Expo.
Yeah, I know. He got so jacked. And, I mean...
Big Papa Pump. Why does Scott Steiner is a receiver?
Scott Steiner where he was kissing his bicep.
Yeah. Big bad booty daddy. Making no sense.
Oh, man. Claypool could, I mean, he has the same size and he could be the steal in the draft, man. He really could. I mean, he has good hands, he's good size, but I don't know why he's not really higher up on boards. I don't know what the scouting report is on him, why he would be lower down on some of the mocks. But he's probably first round talent, I would guess. He's so big. And he has pretty good hands too. So from all the games that I watched, he had some really good catches.
Mm-hmm. I was so glad KJ Hill, because I think, was it KJ Hill that took the record that David Boston had?
He broke Chris Carter's record.
Chris Carter's
I don't think
record.
David
Okay.
Boston. Yeah.
Anytime David Boston can be like put down further on the list.
Get him off the books as much as we can. Let's take him out of the record books as much as we can. You know, it's really unfortunate too. I mean, he has probably one of the greatest catches. Not catches, but
he's part of the play.
I mean, he caught the pass from Joe that actually won us the Rose Bowl. So,
yeah, it's just the pictures of David Boston. Like, there's one where he was with the Chargers and like he was signing an autograph, and it's like his friggin' arms are so giant.
Wait a minute,
that's a wide receiver.
We were talking about trades. I just remembered he wasn't traded because I remember watching top 10 worst free agent signings of all time. He was in there. I think the Chargers signed him to a huge deal. I think he became a free agent, and the Chargers signed him to a huge deal. That's what it was. He wasn't traded. He was a free agent, and the Chargers gave him a ton of money.
Oh my gosh, those guys.
No. It wasn't Miami. He was with
Cardinals.
He was with
Cardinals
to start with, and then he became a free agent, and the Chargers gave him a ton of money. That's what it was. Now that I'm thinking of it.
Yeah, let me see. Cardinals. Cardinals drafted him. Yeah. He had two really good seasons. 2001, he was almost 100 catches for 1,600 yards, and then after that he dropped off. He only played 8 games. Imagine that.
Yeah,
I'm sure he didn't tear soft tissues or anything. And then he went to the Chargers. Went to the Chargers, and then he had an okay season with them, but probably not what they expected. 70 catches for 880, and then after that, nothing. 2004, practically nothing. 2005 with the Dolphins. And then he went to the Bucks and had a cup of coffee and didn't do shit for them. And then lights out on your career. Yeah. So, crazy. Crazy, literally crazy. So, he's 41 now.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Wow. He's our age. Jeez.
Yeah, he's born in 78, August 19th, 78.
Jeez.
So, all right. So, we'll end it on that, I guess.
Yeah.
Next week, we'll talk more about the draft. Maybe we'll do some sort of mock draft. Yeah.
We can do a mock next week.
Some sort of thing. So we'll talk. Maybe just talk more about the team needs, or we'll come up with something more for the draft.
Yeah.
Kind of like go through it because there might be another trade. You might see some trades happen.
Yeah.
Draft. Who knows? Yeah.
There's still some things out there that could happen. Although I think most of them are going to happen on draft day. I mean, Trent. You still got Trent Williams, who's probably going to get traded at some point.
Yeah. God forbid.
And then
Browns.
Yeah. Hopefully not. Yeah. And then who's the defensive end for the Jaguars?
No.
Ngakoue is still looking to be traded. So, I mean, a lot of stuff could happen between now and then, but I think that most of it is probably going to happen on draft night. So, but there's still some stuff that happen between now and then. So,
yeah. So, we're going to have Adam on.
Yeah, we'll have Adam on next week. You can do some other, because Adam is he's a huge Bengals fan, so I'm sure that he'll have.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's good.
To say. Yeah, so
that's good. Adam does a podcast, 3-Man Booth. It's a pro wrestling centric podcast. Yeah, so check that out if you like pro wrestling, but it's funny. It's like
they good job.
Pro wrestling is just making fun of pro wrestling.
Yeah,
like podcasts.
Yeah.
I mean, you appreciate it, but you also have to make fun of it because it is goofy.
Yeah,
especially these days. So,
if you are really into wrestling, Adam's really good. He gets a lot of interviews with some not big time guys, but he gets a lot of interviews with some of the guys who are on the who are on the smaller circuits. So I mean, if you're really into it, I mean, that's a pretty good job with it. So yeah, check them out for sure.
Yep, and if you have any sort of voiceover needs for anything you're doing, Kyle Ham is the guy that does our intro. So
yeah, Kyle's really good. So, and Kyle is open to, doing stuff. He just really likes it. So yeah, I mean, if you guys enjoy it, we've gone video now for 2 weeks, and we think we're probably going to stick with this format in some way. We're not really sure, but we'd like to get some comments or anything, and kind of, suggestions that you guys have for the show. Feel free to leave them down there. Just kind of knowing if you like if you like what we're doing, or anything, subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, at Beyond Buckeyes on Twitter, Buckeyes and Beyond podcast. You can look that up by that name too. And on YouTube, we have our own channel. So subscribe there and give it a like, comment, whatever you want to do.
Yep.
So we'd appreciate it. And what else? I don't know. Well, podcast will be out there, same podcast format.
We're going to try to listen to our regular podcast too. So it'll be out there on all the different platforms.
Yeah. So all right, cool. Like our dream would be like to have a bunch of different fans give their pick of their own teams. That'd be cool, but it's kind of hard to pull off.
Yeah, that'd be tough right now because the draft is in like 2 weeks. So
yeah, it's almost like you would do like a YouTube live and then have in the field, like the comment field, like the people you invite them in and say, okay, hey dude, you're up. What's your pick? And that'd be cool if they could. Just
that'd be awesome.
My pick is blah, blah, blah. That would be cool. That's like perfect world. So, but I don't know if anybody's doing that or not. That type of mock draft thing.
I don't know.
So that'd be cool. So all right, well, that's it. So. Thanks for watching, listening, whatever. We appreciate it. So we're just doing this for just a couple fans having fun, doing something, pretending like they're big shots.
We will be.
It's just something. It's like something that we're big fans, so it's just kind of fun just to sit and like for an hour or two and just BS and like
it's fun.
And do a little bit of research and just talk and shoot the shit and like almost like you're just having a beer and just yapping. So
that's exactly what we are, and we want to try to keep on doing it, but and we hope that you guys like it, man. So just keep on watching, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and let us know what we can do better, because we can always get better, and we will take constructive criticism every day. So just let us know what we can do better, guys.
Don't be too that harsh, though.
Yeah.
Good feelings.
Yeah. Be nice.
Be nice, please.
Do not make us cry. All right.
Yeah. This means the world to me. All right. See you later.
Thanks, guys.
See you next week or whenever we do the next one. I don't know. We might pop up, do one midweek some point.
Yeah, sure.
We'll see. Maybe we might do that before the night before the draft. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or night of the draft. That'd be cool to do a live video.
Cool then,
guys who watch the draft.
That actually might be fun. Yeah, that actually might be worth doing. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a lot of time. But whatever. I mean, you're hanging out with the earbuds in and you whatever, and you're just like watching it. And you go, oh, what was that? Like,
yeah, dude, I would be all for that. That'd be fun.
Actually, it'd be kind of fun. So and then you have comments of people. You invite them on, and say, hey, we're gonna do this. Like, can you? And then you like invite them on and the YouTube feed, like the comments and stuff. That would be people chime in and go, oh, my Texans or my Raiders. What the F?
That would be great, dude. Yeah, I think it'd be fun.
Yeah. Something to throw around. So
yeah, dude.
Yeah. All right, cool.
All right, guys.
All right, see you later.
Thanks.
Oh, shit, wrong link. Where's it at?